back to my channel. It's been a while. Honestly, with this channel, I've been pretty conflicted for a while. Like, I don't even remember when I filmed and uploaded my last video. But basically that's because either I didn't feel like filming anything, or I wasn't sure what I wanted to film. I wasn't sure what kind of content I wanted to make. Obviously this used to be a booktube channel, but I feel like just booktube is not something I enjoy doing. Like, I enjoy talking about books obviously, but I feel like I also would love to make other content along with that, but then I was never sure what kind of content, and I also was a little afraid that other videos wouldn't be something you'd want to see, but I need to put that out of my head and just make the content that I want to create, and then the people that like that kind of content will find it and enjoy it, hopefully. So if you really want to be here just for books, although I will probably still make videos about books, especially like reading vlogs and stuff like that, but if you don't enjoy any of the other kind of videos I'd love to make, then obviously feel free to unsubscribe if you are subscribed. I wouldn't ever want to force anyone to watch my videos, so feel free to do whatever you want. And then for this video, since it's the first video after a long while, I think I'll just do kind of like a life update kind of video, even though I feel like that's a little boring, but I feel like I have to make that in order to start making other videos as well, kind of as a transition thing, you know? Okay, but so it's now, I don't even know the date. It's the 24th of October 2020. So the whole summer passed. It's now become autumn, which is my favorite season, and I'm so excited to make all kinds of autumnal videos and just cozy videos, and that's really what made me want to go back into filming, just because I'm so excited to make content that's autumn themed. But yeah, so the whole summer passed, and summer is my least favorite season, and I always feel pretty bad during summer, also partly because of the actual season, I just don't like sun and things like that, but okay. But yeah, it wasn't the best time, but it still was okay. I was at my parents' during the summer for 3 weeks, because I hadn't seen them for 4 months, when we were in lockdown and all of that, so I was happy to be back there and to be able to see them, and yeah, now normal life has started again. My girlfriend's back to work. I currently don't have a job, but I'm back into my usual routine, which I will be talking about a little more in a bit. So yeah, that's good. I'm excited for things to be back to normal. And yeah, so I think what I'm gonna start this video off with is a book haul, just because you might enjoy that, and I did buy a few books over the course of the summer and the past month. So yeah, let's start with that. I always run out of breath when I film. So the book that I bought, not most recently, but whatever, one of the most recent books I bought is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I'm currently reading that, which is why the dust jacket is loose, but I wanted to show you the gorgeous cover. Yeah, so I'm reading this right now. I have the book right here. It's also really pretty without the dust jacket. I love the little, what they're called, marigold on here. It's a really nice book. I really enjoy it a lot. I'm on chapter 17, so that's like this. So I wanted to really finish it today, but I might not be able to, but we'll see about that. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it a lot. Yeah, so that's the first book I wanted to show you, just because I'm reading it right now, so I wanted to start with that one. Then, a while ago, my girlfriend and I bought 2 books together. We bought The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. I haven't actually read it yet, but it's pretty thin, and it's a floppy paperback, which is obviously the best. But yeah, it's pretty thin, so I don't know yet when I'm gonna read this, but it seems pretty nice, and I like short books, and it's something different. Like, I'd never heard of it before, but we just saw it in the store, and we thought, why not buy it, because it seems nice. The cover is pretty with all the nice colors, and yeah, so I'm excited to read this and see what it's all about. Then, the other book we bought is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have already read this. I listened to the audiobook, which is literally the best choice. Like, if you want to read this book, please listen to the audiobook first or do both at the same time, but the audiobook is just phenomenal. It's a full cast and it's written in an interview style, so that just works perfectly with audiobooks. And yeah, I really did love this book a lot. And when I saw it in the store, I couldn't not buy it. So I'm very happy I have this, and I do really wanna reread it sometime soon. So yeah, I'm very excited about this, and I'm just, every time I think about this book, I get both happy and sad at the same time, because it's just such a great book, but I'm so sad that they're not real. Like, all I want is to listen to their music. Anyway, so that's the third book. Then we went to Maastricht, which is a city in the south of the Netherlands, where I'm from. I mean, I'm not from Maastricht, but I'm from the Netherlands. Anyway, not really important. But we went to Maastricht for one day just to visit, and we went into this really pretty bookstore that's in a church, and it's such a nice bookstore, and I love it. And they have a whole English section, which I'm very happy about, because I don't read Dutch books, so I always pray for any bookstore I go to have an English section. And in there I bought The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm sorry, but yeah, The Poppy War and The Dragon Republic, which are sequels, and then there's a third one, but I don't think it's out yet. I haven't read these yet either, but I'm very excited. All I've seen about these is hype, like people legit crying because the book destroyed them so much. So I'm very excited to read this. I tried to start it like right when I bought it, but I've been very like distracted, and I've had a really hard time focusing lately. And this is written in a pretty, I don't want to say like complicated, because I mean I didn't even really start it, but just the writing style when I started it was a bit too complex for me to be able to hold my attention, so I didn't actually read it yet. But I'm very excited to get started with these. They seem amazing, and the covers are so pretty. They're pretty thick, and yeah, I just want to read them very soon. And then, probably one of my most anticipated reads of this year is Ironheart by Nina and Perla. The camera is literally standing on top of Cryos War, and if you know, like if you've seen some of my videos, you might know that Cryos War is, along with The Stardust Sea, my all-time favorite book. I loved it so much when I read it last year, and I've been waiting for Ironheart since then, just begging for it to come out. So when it came out, I bought it right away, and I also haven't read it yet, because when I bought this, I was already reading Cemetery Boys. So I will read this as soon as I finish Cemetery Boys. I'm so excited, like I just cannot wait. It's I can't wait. Like, I loved Cryos War so much. Cryo and Isla are my babies, and I can't wait to read more about them and just to dive back into the story, and I'm so excited. Anyway, that's the last book I have to haul for you, so yeah, that's a good ending to this little haul. So now I just wanted to talk a little about what I do in my day-to-day life, just because it's things that I will probably be filming about. So, along with obviously being a reader, I'm also a writer. Like my dream is to be an author. So since like quarantine started around like March, I started writing a new book, which is a YA contemporary, and I spent since then writing it. I mean, I didn't write every single day. There were times when I didn't write for a few weeks, but basically I've been writing since then, and I finished it earlier this month, and I'm so happy. Like, I feel so happy to have finished the second book. So that happened. I finished the second book, and now I've written a first book, which I finished early this year, and I put it aside for a while, just because I didn't want to go right back into it. I've heard and I can already notice that it's not good to dive right back into a book for revision, so I left it on the side for a while, and now it's printed. I'm not really gonna show you like the actual thing, but it's right here in my hands. It's printed, and what I'm doing now, basically every single day, I'm trying to revise, and I'm doing this by using little sticky notes, and I'm going scene by scene and writing down the scene number, the chapter number, a little sentence about what happens in the scene, and then the characters and the location. And I'm gonna do this for the entire book, and that way I'm rereading it and looking at the outline. Like, basically I'm re-outlining it. That's basically what it comes down to. And then I'm gonna like obviously catch any mistakes, like any things that aren't correct, whatever. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm doing it at night, so around like between 8 and 10 p.m. I try to do that. And it's been going okay. Like, I'm in the second chapter because I didn't start too long ago, but yeah, I'm excited to do this, and I'm excited to revise this book. It needs a lot of work, but I'm excited for it, and I'm excited to go back into this story and work on it more and to make it more as how I envisioned it in my head. And yeah, so that's just something I try to do every day. And it feels good because I feel like I'm working towards my future as a author. Because as much as writing the actual book is part of being an author, revising is also a really big part of being an author. You can't publish a book without revising it. So I'm happy to finally get to this stage with one of my books, and I just hope it goes well. I hope I end up with a second draft that I like better than the first one. That's all I want. That's just my goal, to have a better version than the one I already have right now. It doesn't have to be perfect, just better. That's all. Then, what I also do every single day, which I have been doing since we got back home, basically, so like the whole month of September so far, is study French. And as you might know, I live in France with my girlfriend. I have been studying French for like the past year and a half, but I'm never very consistent with it, just because I'm really, really bad with staying on top of things, like doing, I don't know how to explain it, like starting tasks and just finishing tasks and keeping to them, like having a good routine is just something that's really hard for me. But since we got back, so since the start of September-ish, I've been really trying really, really hard to stay on top of it. I've been doing 3 hours of French every single day. Not every day, because I have had some days where I just don't feel good enough to do it, but most days, like 90% of the days, I've been studying French for 3 hours. I use different methods. I use online lessons, I use YouTube videos, I watch the Tangled series in French, which I'm really enjoying a lot. I love it so much. I'm trying to read some things in French. I'm basically doing all different kinds of things just so that all the different aspects of the language are put into my practice, and that I can improve in all the different kinds of aspects there are. So like speaking and listening and reading and just vocabulary and grammar and all of that. And it's been going pretty well. I'm really happy with my own ability to keep going for once, and I just hope it keeps going like that. I will definitely be making more videos about me studying French, about how I study French, just study with me, my progress, anything like that. So look forward to that in the future. If that's something you enjoy, I will be sharing a lot about studying French. There's that. So yeah, that's just the kind of videos you can expect from me from now on. Also maybe some vlogs, like especially if we go to somewhere that seems nice for me to vlog, like nature, like forests, or just special things we go to, though I don't think we'll be going to a lot of things soon because COVID is still here, but we'll see about that. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's my little life update. Maybe I should call it like a channel update, because it's not really my life. There's so much more to my life than just these things. It's still part of my life, but all of it will be incorporated into my channel. So that's more what I mean. But yeah, I hope you liked hearing about this. I hope you're excited about the videos that are to come. I know I'm very excited. I'm so excited to make all the autumn content. I'm so excited autumn is here. And yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!